All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, we are starting our call today after some time when we are not, of course, here because of some inconvenience that we have announced to the team members. But now some issue of our Zoom room that we had, of course, is now sorted out. So we are coming to the call, and as I see, we are 4 in the room. We are going, of course, to attend our lecture. And of course, I kindly request everybody to learn with a goal, to learn with intention. So you can put reminder to your team members to come to benefit. If they are not available, maybe you can even just share them the record at the end when we put it on our platform. So thank you so much for coming. Allow me to welcome our senior lecturer, Mr. Serisius, to take us through the lecture for today. You're welcome, sir. The room is yours.
Okay, yes, thank you again, and we are grateful for the renewal of the technology that is able to help us meet together. It's unfortunate there are only 4 people, but of course a good number of them are probably occupied with other responsibilities. And yet also there is a possibility that some might join us. If there is no problem of technology on their part, it should be possible for them to join us. Otherwise, we give the announcement early in the day that we are going to meet today as usual to resume. So we believe that it is not an oversight on our part. At least they are very much aware. Yes. To start off, you may have seen that in the recent days, the trade has been in a range. Sometimes we talk of trend, and then there are also instances where we should have to mention that the kind of pattern that our trading records will show, or that the graph in the crypto market can show, can kind of graph that we refer to as the range. Many times, okay, many times we are used to trend. And when we are talking of trend, we are actually trying to say that either the graph is clearly moving in the upward direction, even if in zigzag, but there is an overall movement that is seen to be going up. In that case, you would understand that there is a general price increment. That one is a trend. But then there are also instances where the price, you can see, is making an overall downward journey, even if there can be upward spikes and so on, but you surely understand that there is an overall fall in the price. This one is also a trend, and the trend in this case is the downward trend, indicating that there is an overall drop in the price. If you give a big time period, it means that the price is dropping. Apart from the upward trend and the downward trend, there is what we call the ranging market, where you really see that even if it is as if going up and going down and so on, there is an overall, there is no clear indication that we are moving up or that we are moving down. If you look at the area of the movement, it is as if it is just rotating between two clear boundaries. And when it is rotating through clear boundaries and it is not moving up, it is not coming down. When it comes down, it goes back and it resumes from where it is. This one here is the kind of movement of the market that we refer to as ranging. So why am I bringing this? I am bringing this because for a couple of days now, we have been trading in a ranging market. For a couple of days now, we have been trading in a ranging market. And when you see that there is something strange, for sure, there might be some hidden problem we are not seeing. That is what takes us to the fundamental analysis. So we have been in the ranging market and in the ranging market and in the ranging market for a while. How do you know? It is just by looking at the candlesticks. For example, if I now go to the Royal Q, then we look at some of our key markets, like the market for Bitcoin. If we look at the key market here, which is like the market of the Bitcoin, when I come here, if for me, I am interested in looking for Bitcoin very fast, what I normally do is to try to sort according to price. When I sort
Our network is breaking, sir.
the USDT market, when I come in the USDT market and then I try to click here to sort according to price, then they will start either with the cheapest. Yeah, today I am at home. Today I am at home, and I think that can happen. I think during holiday, I am not in the office, so that can be a problem. So anyway, we can try if the break is too much. So what I was trying to say is not according to the price, clicking like that, then of course they can show me the price, they can sort according to price because I am mostly interested in the USDT. So if I open USDT, you will see the market for USDT. Here I click the USDT, then when USDT opens and I put it in terms of hours, you will really see that for quite a while, the market has been between some two clear boundaries for how long now? Each one, remember, is an hour, an hour, an hour. Each of the little candlesticks is an hour, an hour, an hour, an hour, and so on. And you really see that from a certain date up to now, the price has not been shooting high. No. And the price has not been dropping far below. Rather, the price stays within a certain little boundary between this boundary and the other boundary. So this is what I said we refer to as the ranging market. It means that it goes down, but then it comes back to the same place. It goes up, but then it comes back to the middle average. There is an average area where the price is located. This is with regards to Bitcoin. And if you go to also the other prominent markets, like we know that another market that can help us to understand what is going on is Ethereum, because the price of Ethereum is also a very good indicator in the market. If you don't do with Bitcoin, we can look at Ethereum, and we can as well even look at the BNB. Those three are enough. Here now, I open Ethereum. And the moment I open Ethereum, is very much the same. It is very much the same. From the other day when there was a serious drop there, then from that day of the serious drop, the market is within a very small, narrow area. A very small, narrow area. And any person with a small capital will not be able to see good trades. A person with small capital will not be able to see good trades because a person with small capital puts the area of take profit and the area of margin, of adding margin far away. The area of adding margin would be far away. And if the area of adding margin calls and margin calls have big spaces, chances are that the graph will not reach those places. And when the graph does not reach those places, buying of margin call will not occur. And if there is nothing bought, there will be nothing to sell. So for a couple of days, because of the ranging market, it has not been very easy for people to do appropriate trading. Now, this is like an introduction to help us to think that what could be the problem. We have always said that technical analysis will always go almost hand in hand with the fundamental analysis. You cannot handle technical analysis alone. Technical analysis may reveal to you that there is something. Please look for what is causing trouble. Look for what is causing trouble. And then now, looking at the fundamental analysis, what is our question? Why is it that the market, although in January, it was very clear that the market was moving up. Remember, it left 16,000 in the case of Bitcoin, and it went to 25,000. Many times, even 25,000, it drops to 24, it goes back 25,000, it drops to 24, it goes back 25,000, almost 4 times. Why is it that now it is coming back to words 22? Why is it that it is coming back to 22K, 22,000, instead of staying at 25 and moving to 26 and to 27 in an upward trend? Why are we in the ranging market? Well, we have said that for fundamental analysis, the cheapest is to go to trading view. And when we get to the trading view, news, we want to go to trading view and we look at the news concerning cryptocurrency. So if I go to the trading view, at least for us who have been in the trading market and in the crypto world for a couple of years, it is a little bit easier for us to see the news. For newcomers, true, it can be a little bit of a challenge because for newcomers, some of these keywords, like in the course of time, they will not understand what SEC stands for. Also, for the newcomers, when we talk of faith, they will not understand what we are driving at when we go to such things like SEC, when we go for such things like faith. But for you who have been in my lessons for a couple of times now, maybe months, almost close to a year, you understand that there are key things that can influence the whole market. There are some news, true, that are just those other news that can affect the entire Buterin. I don't know whether you know, he's in behind Ethereum. So when you see Vitalik Buterin, it means that it is news only concerning actually Ethereum. The same when you look at Polygon or Matic, it is news only concerning Polygon or Matic. When you see news about Coinbase, it is news only about a specific exchange. And it can have a big effect, yes, but not so big. But now, if we go instead to look for serious news that can have dangerous effect on the market, then we have to be a little bit keen and very observant. So I would like to take you even to only one, and you will understand right away the reason why we have the market suffering now. The reason why we have the market suffering now, one of them is here. One of them is here, where they talk of faith. Yes, you really see faith is here. From what we have discussed in the past days, what did we learn about faith and the chairman of Fed? We have seen that this is Federal Reserve. It is like the central bank in the United States of America. It's like the people concerned with the central bank in the United States of America. And they say that that chairman spoke again. He spoke again. He gave the reality of what is going on. And they say it is a testimony. Immediately he gave his testimony, the market began to suffer again. That is why they say it is part of crypto sell-off, and Bitcoin had to fall. Bitcoin now is around 22,000 only because of a speech by the Fed chairman. They say it is his testimony. He gave a testimony, and the testimony is now causing the market to suffer. It is giving uncertainty in the market. Maybe I can open that one right away, and you really see that there are clearly problems. But perhaps this is not even the best. Let us be patient, but still, you have already noticed that there is something about the Fed chairman, and he gave his testimony, and the testimony created problem. Bitcoin is suffering. Let me look for even a better article, but still the effect of Fed, the Fed chair speaking, it is still the same, but there is a second article that I read here in the space, and that is even easier to understand. It gives a better summary that is easy to understand and easy to explain. So still, it is Fed. And instead of saying chairman, this time now they have given his real name, but that is still the chairman of Fed, the chairman of Federal Reserve. And whereas the other side, they say testimony, here they are saying his words. His words. His words brought problem. And then they say his words are not good. His words are not good. Whenever he speaks, his words are not good for Bitcoin. And as I said, instead of reading the other one that I showed you up there, we can come and read his words. Although the words are bad news, not good for Bitcoin, but we can read this one. It is better. So they say yesterday is when he caused problem. Yesterday, Fed chairman Jerome Powell's words upset the market and eventually also it sent Bitcoin value down. It sent Bitcoin's value down. And they say there are two things that caused problem. When he talked, people understood two things. And when people understood two things in his speech, they felt those are very critical things in his speech. What are the two things? Well, we can start with the first one is up here. They say the first one was concerned with interest rates. Interest rates, they say the interest rates is going to increase in US. And then they say, in fact, it was believed that in the past, people actually were believing that Fed would raise, but would only raise them more than 2 or 3 times, and it will stop. People knew Fed, when they come, they increase interest rate, but they thought that maybe they would only raise these things more than 2 or 3 times. But yesterday, and if they are raising, they thought that they would raise only by 0.25, which they say is 25 basic points. 25 basic points means that they were hoping that if they are raising, they will raise only by 0.25, by 25 basic points. But then these people in their speech yesterday, yesterday said that no, they are going, and they are probably going up to 50. So that disorganized the minds of many people. It really disorganized the minds of many people. So that is one thing. The future interest rates are going to increase. And Powell mentioned it clearly that don't expect 25 points, probably 25. So it disorganized the market. It disorganized the market. It disorganized the market. People used to think it was going to stop with 25. And because people thought it was going to stop with 25, that is why people were ready in January to resume the crypto market very, very well. They say there was the January euphoria. In other words, the very love to move on in the financial markets. People went very, very, very well because there was a lot of hope. There was a lot of hope. And there was a lot of hope that the interest rate will now reduce. The rising of the interest rate was going to reduce, but this time it's still a little bit cost of money. You know that the cost of money in the United States is what they have already said.
It seems that the network is not good for our senior lecturer. Honestly speaking, his side is not clear. But the point is, okay, I see he's struggling to come back. Okay. You may go on. Have seen that
Yeah.
signal has gone off.
Yeah, the network is weak when I am at home and we're not benefiting from the Wi-Fi. The network is generally weak. Network is generally weak. So to continue, we were saying that the second point, the second critical point, is that the one actually with the greatest implication even, it concerns, in fact, according to Powell's explicit statement Powell made, it may come in at a higher level than expected so far, okay? So previously, it was believed that if the interest were raised, they will reach the maximum, and the maximum would be around there. But then, instead, they were shown that the maximum is not going to be around there. The maximum is going to be around here. They show it as 550 or 570 points. And what they are meaning mathematically is that it will go up to 5.50%, or instead to 5.75%. And so if it goes up to there around June, and then if it will even run above that one, you can see they are even worried that probably it will even pass that level and it will go to 6.0 there. So anyway, you really see that this problem is scaring people. People are now beginning to think that maybe it is around June, maybe it is around September, when things will settle completely. So, my dear brothers and my dear sisters, now that the news has become clear because of Fed chair, the Fed chair, because the Fed chair spoke very clearly, it means that people are going to adjust their mind. They will now know that we are not going to move fast. We are going to move slow. We are not going to move fast. We are going to be slow. But thank God, this kind of knowledge can help a person who understands how to do trading. Take in my case, I have worked out my trade with the Ethereum pairs, and I have worked out my trade in the Bitcoin pairs, although a good number of people are still fearing the Ethereum pairs or the Bitcoin pairs, or they don't have the capital, or they fear the technology is probably going to be a bit of a challenge. But in my case, because I am doing with this, and because I have shown you that I start from 0.5%, then to 0.4948. The next margin call, 47. These are the first four margin calls, 0 point, 0 point, 0 point. These are very near decimal places. 0.5% by the first margin call, 0.49, 0.48, 0.47 by the second, the third, and the fourth. So the whole warehouse is just around here. In less than 2%, I've already bought, and enough for the whole warehouse. When it comes to the fifth, it is 0.46, then 0.45, 0 point, and so on. Now, you are aware that when now it comes to margin call number 20, for me, I will have reached already 0.3%, 0.3%, 0.3%. 0.3%. 0.3%. What am I trying to drive at? What I am trying to drive at is that if you get to understand the fundamentals of the market, the fundamental analysis, that this market is not going to move up very much, and it is not going to drop down very much. It is going to stay within a certain range. It is good to be an excellent trader, and you adopt your method of trade. Like in my case, I have shown you the Ethereum, I have shown you the Bitcoin. If with only 0.3 a margin call is available and bought with only a 0.3, this means that if the market begins to move up, there are chances that you are going to hit 1, 2 sales, maybe even 3, when you have not even moved a distance of 1%, because the 3 selling will occur when you have not yet moved 1% upwards, because 0.3, 0.3, 0.33 times will have taken you upward, yes, to sell 3 of the margin calls, yes, but you have moved a distance less than 1%. So that has been the strategy that could be appropriate to take care of the current needs. For example, now, if I take you to just to demonstrate that these skills are not mere skills, we have to practice these skills. Then I can take you from the home to the records to my revenue details. If I take you from home to my revenue details, at least I am trying to make some profit. Only the capital is small, definitely. So I go to the revenue details, and at least you can see that today I have gone beyond 1.5 of $1. I have gone to 1.6, and maybe it will still add. Probably it will reach 2 by the time the business is closing today. And if we look at the details, because if we click there, then we will be able to see the details. If I click there now to see the detail, you see what I am trying to drive at. You can see that this one is Ripple, XRP. This one is another Ripple. Why? Why is it that one after the other it is Ripple? It is because the distance is near, and any temptation of the graph to move up will hit 2 or 3 lines, will hit 4 lines. Any temptation of the graph to move down will hit 2, 3, will hit 4. Any temptation to go up will hit 1, 2. Okay, let us start now counting from that one, and then we come downwards. And you just look for XRP with BTC alone. So this one is the first, this one is the second, this one is the third, this one is the fourth, this one is the fifth, this one is number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11. Number 11. Did we count correctly? We can reverse. This one is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. This is number 4. This is number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. And 11. You really understand what I am saying. What is the trick? If the market proves to be difficult, we have to employ the technology that is appropriate for the market. We have seen that the market is ranging. It doesn't want to go up. If it goes but in a lazy way. Doesn't want to go up. It is just ranging between two imaginary lines. It doesn't want to go beyond. So how do you trade? You will only trade in that kind of market if you have become aware, according to the fundamental information, and you use the fact that the Bitcoin and the Ethereum market have narrow gaps in between. A 0.3 means that a trap is set, something is going to sell. Another 0.3 means that a trap, again, a second trap is available, and that one is going to sell. And that has been the strategy. At least with the little capital, I can still trade. A good number of people are probably not going to trade not because they don't have the money, but because the market is not going to cross the lines they have set. I showed you Ripple, and Ripple ended around here. This was Ripple number 11. Next, we come to another one. Are the other ones also repeating because the distances are the same and their distances are also near? Yes, this is now Link. Link selling with Bitcoin. So we come now to Link. This is Link number 1. This is Link number 2. This is Link number 3. So you can see that this 1, 2, 3 Link shows that there was a movement of 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. In other words, these are, of course, percent. It means that the mistake Link did was to move up by 0.9%. When it removed by 0.9%, I had to sell 1, 2, 3 margin calls. 1, 2, 3 margin calls. What would happen if you were in a market like the USDT, where you are jumping from here to the next level somewhere up there, and the full distance in between your gaps, the full distance in between your gap, let us say the full distance between this margin call and this margin call, if the full gap was 1%, it means that you would never sell even once. Never. You would never sell even once, because it has gone only and it has stopped with 0.9. But for me, even with the 0.9, I have already sold 3 times. That is the trick. Link is here, Link is here. Then you come to Theta. Theta is here with Ethereum. Theta is here with Ethereum. Theta is here with Ethereum. Then another chance for Link again, and Link again. Then XRP again, XRP again, XRP, 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 and so on. Just pray for me that I get to V2 and probably even V3, so that I have big capital, maybe 1,000 for trade. Or I have capital, big capital, maybe 3,000 for trade. With the technology that we have and with the understanding of the technology, probably instead of 1.6, I should have come out maybe with $16 today. Then yesterday, instead of 1.4, if my capital was big, probably I should have come up with 14 yesterday, and so on. So, dear ladies, dear gentlemen, we have to work and we have to make use of our skills. We still have to remind ourselves that at one point we indicated clearly that this is a world where skills are very important, and this is a world where capital is absolutely necessary. With skill, and we are ready to give you the skill, then with capital, by building a strong network of traders, a strong network of people who are trading together, we will be able to put up our capital together, and then with the skill, we should be able to move. Please, let us make use of the skills. Let us not think it is for nothing that we are meeting. No, it is not for nothing. Please, let us do teamwork, and we go on to increase our capital. If we go on to increase our capital with the teamwork, the company is generous, and the company is able to give us capital. When people are joining, Royal Q is generous. It is a company that does not want to eat the entire profit. It is a company that is willing to share its profit to all in the affiliate. The gas fee that we are paying is almost refunded back to the members to an extent more than 50% is refunded back. If I will get to V2, I will be happy, because any newcomer that I will probably share the link with means that I will be getting my 40, and that would be a lot better. With a 40, I can put it, become several margin calls, and that would be good. Otherwise, this is basically what I wanted to share. What did I say today? What I've said today is that we look at the market and we find that we are in a ranging market. The market is not going up. The market is not going down. The market is moving between two clear boundaries, not going high, not going down. And then we started questioning ourselves. Where is the problem? That takes us to fundamental analysis. Where is the problem? And then when we look at the news, and with our understanding that if you see in the news anything like Fed, read that one, read it and understand. If you see anything like SEC, look at that news very, very well. Read it and understand. So in the case of today, it is Fed. Fed has reasoned that they have to continue aggressively to cripple the inflation that is in the United States of America. They are fighting the inflation, and people thought that it was going to be something for January or February, and then it is done. But then now they are saying that they are going to continue the war on inflation until June, and probably until September. So how are we going to survive? I have said, we have the technology, and with our understanding of the technology, we will use our skills that we have learned. What skill? We have said that we can put our margin calls very near, packed near, with a gap of 0.3, another buying, with a gap of 0.3, another buying, with a gap of 0.3. If the market thinks that it is going to dodge us, it will not. Because even if the market moves only a distance like that, you are selling 4. of the margin calls. If it makes the mistake of going, like it went in my case, 11 margin calls are able to sell for only XRP. This is skill put into practice. We put the gap small, and thank God our USDT is extravagant, but the BTC market is very friendly. You put small amount. And then also the Ethereum market is friendly. You put small capital. It does not sweep your capital too fast. So this is the basic essence, the basic message I have given in this 1 hour of our training. It is exactly 1 hour now from the time when we open our Zoom room. I don't intend to move very far because at least the point I have covered, or the several points I've covered are good enough to give us who have ears the understanding that we will conquer the market. Only please work on putting your skills together. Please work on putting your capital together. If you have not yet built your network to give you the capital required, for now, you may have to pull your own resource and money from other sources to increase on your capital. With your skills and with your capital, you should be able to succeed. I thank you all for listening to the presentation of this evening. And I'm also grateful that I was a little bit stubborn. Still, it has given us opportunity to our senior mentor, Mr. John Paul Rams, on the next thing. Or well, maybe let me see. Is there any question directed?
Okay.
No, not
Senior lecturer, before you go, I would like you to share the screen of Royal Q, and you go to the trending news. Of course, the breaking news that is there on the news, and you read for us the current news that is there so that people can understand.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see the trending news. The trending news. Well, I can go there and then we can open and then we just look at all of them. The uppermost are the ones that perhaps people have not yet read. But if I go there and I click here, and this also now for all of us here on the call, that there is that other button there in the corner. When you click that one, then they will put for you the full list of all the recent news, plus the old ones. The newest of the news are the ones at the top. Like this one is what came today. This one came yesterday. And this one came on the first. This one is for February. Yes. So the last of the news that came today on Women's Day is that one, that please do not use Royal Q to collect outer payments. Do not use Royal Q to collect outer payments. Then, of course, if I click inside there, they will show us the detail of what they want. Very brief, but necessary. Well, I can see John Bosco Biangwe is there. He's busy on another forum. He's not attending the lesson of today, no problem. So here they say, please, dear Royal Q users, we have recently found users using Royal Q depositing address to collect payment. Royal Q asset is only for giving system bonus and collecting fuel fee. collecting activation fee. Please do not use it to collect payments for other platforms. We will ban the account if found such act. Of course, for them, they are also just struggling with English. Just like for you in Rwanda, you have a bit of problem. You are struggling to learn English, but you're trying. They also have a bit of problem here. I think this is an important information indeed. They say, please do not use royal queue. Do not use royal queue to collect payments from other platforms. If it is not payment going from Binance, and if it is not payment of royal queue with royal queue bonus being paid, activation being paid, which is royal queue and royal queue. If I'm sending from my royal queue to a royal queue of a friend in Rwanda, a friend in Dubai, a friend in Congo, a friend in where, that is a different story. It is the same platform. But if it is other platforms, they say they don't want royal queue to handle collection of your USDT coming from other platform. When they say like this, it means that they have understood there are people who are doing that. And if you are among those people, you should know that you are soon going to be in trouble. They are going to ban the account. They are going to block your account. Good enough, the money will be available in Binance. Yes, your money is available in Binance. Yes, but only that they will make sure your royal queue is stopped from doing the trading activity. So you will no longer be able to trade. You are going to lose your royal queue, but the money will be available in Binance, and you cannot trade in Binance setting stop loss, setting where the trade is supposed to be, and so on. Maybe with this in mind, that there are people who are collecting money from other platforms, although I should have left it private, I think I have got to speak out that you, dear friends, you must know that there are people in royal queue who are not treating royal queue as something of great importance. There are people in royal queue who have gone up to the level of even V4, but then they are still in some scamming agenda. This is a case of a person. I thought I should have kept it silent. And for quite a while, indeed, I thought I should have kept it silent. But you can see that when people see some of us making progress, then they come all the way February 19th. From around February 19th, someone, and the name is there, I'm not going to mention. Someone is there. The name is there, February the 14th. The person started, of course, hi, my leader, how are you doing? I said, hello, I am fine. And you? I am good, thanks. And what was the target? The target was this sentence here. Have you also heard about PMP mine? Have you also heard about PMP mine? Then, of course, when she asked me, if you can see, I spent about 20 minutes. Then I answered. What was it that I was doing? I went on the internet to find out what PME mine stands for. So I answered to her. This lady actually is in Dubai. She is a South African. She is in now Dubai. She is a V4, a whole V4. She is now in Dubai. She is a South African. So I answered her and I told her that prior to your question, in other words, before you asked your question, I had not heard about it. After a quick research, I think I now have an idea. Are you a member? My question was clear. Are you a member? And what was the answer? Yes. And it is amazing. Do you look at that? Yes, it is amazing. What is amazing? Not Royal Q, PMP mine. And then she offers now to give the compensation plan. If you give $1, they will pay you like this for 20 days. And then the total money you will have collected will be like this. This will be your profit. If you pay to them this amount of money, they will take 40 days. In the 40 days, your profit will be like this. Your profit will be like this. This one is a package that lasts for 150 days. In the 150 days, you will have made a lot of profit. This company is excellent, very good. You can buy M1 or M2 or M3, 4, 5, and so on, 6, and you are going to make good money. This thing is good. You register, okay? It is not just, would you like to know more, but it is here. Register with your cell phone number only. Register now. Then I said, how does it compare with Royal Q trading and marketing business? Is it any better? Is it better than Royal Q? You are a V4 and you are showing me this. Is it better than Royal Q? Here is the answer, that it is almost like Royal Q. We use the dollars we make and top up our trading accounts. And as far as I know, this lady simply does not trade. She has never learned to trade. She only shows people how to trade, but for her, she doesn't trade. She just goes on to gather money from that kind of thing. They say that I have 3 fears. I am left with only 6 people to become V2. How do I now move? I want to move to V2. I want to become a mentor. I cannot get distracted. The second concern, my research shows me that this PMP company works only in selected countries. Uganda is not among them. Then the third problem, I cannot go to return on investment. I cannot go to return on investment. Those are my 3 fears. I cannot go to return on investment. I've lost a lot and a lot to return on investment. And I'm just gathering myself afresh with Royal Q. I am damn scared of any other opportunities that can awaken my fears. Of course, the conversation went on. What is the point? The point is that it seems there are people even at the level of V4 who go to these returns on investment and they are communicating among themselves. And they are communicating and registering. They go here, they find something, they register. They go here, they find something, they register. And whenever they register, they begin now to share to the downline, to share to their friends, and they get very badly distracted. If Royal Q has now started complaining that they are going to close accounts of people if you begin to collect money, and you are collecting money, but from other platforms, I perfectly understand very well. There are people who are using Royal Q to collect money from other platforms. Their accounts are going to be frozen and they are going to suffer when they are at the level of V4. As I speak now, I was made to understand that there are some V6, 2 of them, who got distracted in talking about other artificial intelligence, other robots, and so on and so forth, until right now, as we speak, the company has decided to drop them from the level of V6 to the level of V5. The company said they cannot stay at the level of V6. Two people who got distracted because they are too hungry, they went for other robots and they were promoting other robots secretly. They were demoted from the rank of V6 and they were brought down deliberately to the rank of V5. And the company is probably not going to consider bringing them back to V6. What a tragedy. Anyway, thank you, sir, for bringing this to our attention. So if you are among those who have probably joined the PMP, well, you are not a small child. We cannot control you.
I can see the signal is off. I see you are still writing, but the voice is not coming.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
It's okay now.
But anyway, the point, yes, the point is made that if you are in those things, because when they can have the courage to approach me, it means that they have also approached others. They have also approached others, and probably others have joined. If the day comes and you are losing your dollars and your dollars, please, you will blame yourself. Don't go for any return on investment. These are thieves. We are trading with efficient robot, but we are just getting small profit. How do people get free money to distribute to people who have just collected their money? People just collect their money in a certain basket, a big basket, and then in the evening, you distribute money to this one, you distribute money to this one, you distribute money to this one. The following day, you distribute money, you distribute money. Just collecting money in the basket and they're doing nothing. The following day, you are distributing money to them. This one is just attracting people. The moment they will close the market, poof, the basket, poof, the money is gone. You will have nobody to ask questions. The website will be closed. Otherwise, thank you, but anyone should be very careful not to collect money using Royal Q. If you're collecting from Royal Q to Royal Q, that one is okay. That one is okay. That one is not other platform. That one is Royal Q to Royal Q. And we have seen that from Royal Q to Royal Q, they talk of even transfer. They have already even made it easy where they say from Royal Q to Royal Q, it is transfer and you pay zero. You don't pay. You simply transfer free of charge. That is a different thing. So don't fear that if I'm sending money to you, your account is going to be frozen or even sent to me. Thank you very much, at least for that component. It is a good thing, and it is news that came today on Women's Day. Thank you very much. And
wow,
probably
thank you. Thank you so much, our senior lecturer. We are coming to the end, and we'll always just inform our members so that they cannot fall into any illicit activities that can cause their accounts to have problems. So thank you so much, those who have attended. We are coming to the end of our call. We meet again tomorrow, the same time, God willing. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.